Okay, Matt, sit back.
All right. Okay.
Okay, you're perfect.
Okay.
Shit.
How did we ever get this far?
This is a West Coast band.
Not by filming ourselves.
Oh my God.
Well, that's yeah.
Sit back, Matt.
That would work better with the
Little
case,
more?
I think. But anyway.
I am sitting.
No, like the movie chair back. You just your head's cut off. There we go. Okay. And is everybody else in?
I got Brad.
We're all on.
Yeah, Dave's
Am I on?
Recording,
And look at
recording,
Yeah.
recording,
Yeah.
recording.
Okay, Tim. Chris, play West Coast Band.
Someone clap.
This is a West Coast band.
Take one, West Coast Band chat. Oops. Okay, take two.
We gotta make fans.
Turn down. You keep playing at low volume. So it's title track. Anything else anybody wants to say?
Hook's not dead.
It's not dead. I've been talking about the pointed sticks.
Why?
Because you do that thing. Oh. That's kind of reminds me of those days.
Yeah.
It sounds 0.6 to me.
Yeah. So props to them. Nick Jones was right. I should have given him more props in the Georgia Strait that he slagged us, but is this really going to go on the thing?
Yes, it is. Talk more about Nick Jones slagging you.
No.
I used to love that band, and then he slagged us. No. West Coast Band. It's about the band. Title track. It comes from "Thanks for Coming Anyway." That was the original title. Remember? Yeah, that was a Boink thing.
As a boy thing.
Handing out the per diems. Thanks for coming anyway.
Thanks for coming anyway.
We morphed it into.
Oh yeah, I forgot it came from thanks for coming anyway.
Yeah, he handed out the per diems.
So the joke of thanks for coming anyway is when we get our meal buyout of
Yeah.
$30 at sound check.
Yeah, the meal buyout.
My stomach. Okay.
He would hand everybody $30, and then and he would have to say thanks for coming anyway. Like the gig was canceled, and you're getting $30.
Yeah.
That's the joke. I think it's funny.
Yeah.
It's still funny. We actually make every tour manager say it.
Yeah.
But in this particular case, the first verse is us trying to get a gig. When we started out, we tried to get gigs anywhere and anywhere, play for nothing.
Oh, yeah.
Or close to it.
Absolutely.
Second verse is A&R guys. And the thing about an A&R guy is if they hadn't heard of you, they're not going to see you. They're the last to know what's good. Right? All right?
Well,
I don't ask him.
I don't even think they exist anymore.
Yeah. I know what they do.
And then, okay. So, that's the title track. Anything else anybody want to say about it? We play it.
Did you do the third verse, or was I?
Third verse is about the fans.
Yeah, right. Got it. Okay.
So the idea being that first verse is like trying to get a gig and the promoter doesn't give a shit. Second verse is trying to get a record deal and the promoters or the record guys don't give a shit. Third verse is about the fans. They give a shit. Then the other two come to the party.
Yeah, that's right. That's
And
right.
here we are in the beautiful suite.
When do we give a shit?
That's always a mistake.
Now's your time.
Caring is a mistake.
Yeah.
All right, Christopher, you play the second track. You want to play it live?
Yeah.
I play drums.
Yeah, you can play drums.
With the pen.
There was a hot summer night.
I was going to take the song.
Okay, this is completely literal, right?
Can I ask a quick question? Sure. What's this song called?
It's called Meet You at the End.
1, 2, 3, meet you at the end.
Okay, gotcha.
It's just called Meet You at the End.
Is it?
Which is another Boink thing.
That's a Ken Turda.
Ken
Oh, that's a Ken Turner.
Another-
So explain that.
Well, that's about a throw and go. Throw and go is when you don't get a sound check and the crew has 20 minutes to get the gear up in between bands and festival show. And Ken Turda, an old road manager, sound man of the band, would say, "Oh, it's a throw and go today. 1, 2, 3, meet you at the end."
Yeah, which usually meant anything can happen.
It's like good luck.
Yes.
Good luck up there.
So this particular song is about a particular gig, as I called. Do you know where it was?
Grand Bend Motorplex.
Grand Bend Motor.
Everyone's few played there, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So it was kind of raining and stuff, right?
Yeah, it was a May 24th weekend, which is kind of always iffy
May
weather-wise.
2-4. You drink
May
2-4 and you party.
Woo!
Yeah.
And it was the rain just basically just was, they didn't have the PA covered up and it got wet and then it didn't work.
And it died.
Yeah.
But the monitors worked.
The monitors worked. So and there were, like Neil says in the song, there's a big, huge beer truck, you know, where the spouts come right out of the beer truck and people are lined up at the table and it's cold and it's wet and, you know, the band's not going to go on because the PA doesn't work. Right. So when the PA goes down, we just take our wedges and turn around because they were working and then everything off stage. So that, you know, the front 1,000 people are getting some kind of sound.
Oh, they roared.
And we did
I remember they were like, yeah.
Oh, they were
all high.
They were into it. And it was,
Well, they'd just seen some drag racing, so
well, I don't know.
you know, a drag show always brings the best out of a crowd.
If people don't know where
Drag show.
if people don't know where Grand Bend is, it's in the south of France.
It's
Drag race hotbed.
It's not the little bend. It's not just a bend. It's a grand,
It's a band.
it's a grand bend. Yeah. Great little guitar thing that you do there. Is
Thanks.
that an Ebo?
How did it go? I can't
So
say.
whatever. I'll get to it. We'll superimpose it. Okay, that's cool. I guess we can put on the typecast thing that it's 5440 talking. People, what the fuck is this?
Is that the one that Adam Casper thought?
somewhere? Oh, don't like it. Oh yeah.
there
I
you
was
go.
waiting for a break for that one.
See, I asked on my belly.
That's a good shot right there. That's Brad taking care
I
of his
zoomed
belly.
in.
Do it, Jim Morrison.
Was that the song that Adam Casper felt was the key track?
Yeah. So Matt wants to play it live.
Oh, it's a good track.
Oh, so there's two fans.
That's two.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Well, I think Options works really well. I like that. We'll get to talk about that later. What's the next song?
Play it. Next song is.
I noticed that you didn't give yourself keyboard credit on the cover for your keyboard parts.
Did I do the credits? That's me, right?
Yeah, this part.
Yeah, with the DX7. All right, Dave, take her away. Did you invent this drink?
I invented the vodka surprise. So the thing about the vodka surprise is nobody's a vodka drinker in this band, but
Apparently we are now.
when my wife started coming around to gigs, she was like, I can't drink beer and I can't drink wine. I want vodka on the rider. So we put a bottle of vodka on the rider for my wife. Comes to one show a year. So the other 400 shows a year that we do, there's a bottle of vodka in there. So I figured one day we rolled into, I can't remember where, Grand Bend. And everybody's hungover and tired and old. And I said, you know what? I think I have a solution for this. And I made a vodka surprise, which is as my old boss Art Burton used to call rocket fuel, and it consists of vodka and cranberry juice and soda, and also an ingredient that it says right on the can: do not mix with alcohol under any circumstances. Called Red Bull. So we mix it with alcohol, and we have one before every single show.
We don't finish them always. You know,
Sometimes.
It's a big
many
deal.
have you
It's a big
finished?
deal when I finish, and I finish.
You were the lot. You finished.
Yeah, I finished one recently.
And there comes the surprise.
Surprise!
Surprise is new bass notes.
I've
A
never
little more energy. Yeah.
Shouldn't Brad be playing right now? Oh yeah, he'll get that.
he's
That'll-
busy drinking his vodka
I'm
surprise.
pushing the beat along. Yeah.
Yeah, and then Matt it's usually the best one you've ever had
That's everyone gets better.
They do work though.
in terms.
They kind of pep you up before you go on the stage.
I think part of it's just the ritual, right?
There is a ritual.
Yeah, so
I usually go Dave,
Yeah.
which actually means a drink in our band. I don't know what Dave did with that symbol in other bands.
Yeah, no, it's always been for drinking. Yeah, vodka surprise. So every gig, exactly half an hour before gig time,
30 minutes, right, Tim?
I make up vodka surprises for the band, and everybody compliments me on it being the best one I've ever made. And then we drink 3 sips of them and go on.
Well, the crew some of the crew partakes. We have guests that now partake.
Yeah.
Some guests have two.
Our manager, Alan,
you guys
always
ever
has
had
one.
vodka Express?
I have not.
Yeah.
Good.
They're fantastic.
Our light guy has one every gig, and that's why the lights are so
I
good.
don't know how that happened. Anyway, okay. Is that good?
Yeah.
Are you stopped the song and ready for the next one?
Oh, we can make, well, you know, oh,
Oh, love this.
there's a hook.
That is a hook.
Is it you and I listen or just
No, it's your whistle.
1, 2, 3, 4. Working on it. Working on it.
So
I'm working on it.
I call this song an homage to crew guys everywhere, especially 5440 crew guys. And, maybe one or two in particular.
Yeah.
But, and this is for you folks that aren't in on the band stuff. Hi. A band like us, we're used to certain things going right all the time. And of course, it takes a lot of people to make that happen. Sometimes you get on stage or you're in sound check, something doesn't work, and you look over to whoever's working for you or with you. And you go, what gives? And they often say,
Working on it.
working on it. Yeah. So it's an homage to the crew, really.
Yep.
And it certainly is a phrase that's entered the band vernacular.
I think it's also a song that everybody says, right? Like I watch CSI, and it's like, "Where's the blah blah blah?" They go, "Working on it."
Right.
Yeah, they stole that from us.
There, yeah. CSI. We should get
Or
a
whatever.
Did they say that in the first generation Star Trek?
Yeah.
We need more.
Yeah. Kirk.
Dilithium crystals.
Yeah. Working on it, Captain.
I cannot. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, well, I wonder where the original. And tell you what, if anybody out there, they can get a free ticket, meet the band, and a signed record if they can prove the first time working on it was used in a TV show or movie. You might have to go back to the Twilight Zone or something.
I want that. I don't win that.
That would be. I'd like that too.
Yeah.
Anything else about working on it?
I think that's good. Yeah. It's really good.
How come you have the lyric in the second verse of I'll meet you at the beach, the deep blue sea, the fishes there swimming. They're a lot like me. What does that have to do with roadies?
Well, that's
That's more psychic stuff.
It's going on in
for
Bill's
people
head.
looking for a deeper meaning, which is not at all this group here.
No, no. The song's about roadies, and you really went deep.
Well, I think that's where the roadies' heads are at.
Right.
It's the Jungian thing, sir.
Oh, before the man.
I think I was trying to suggest something about the duality of man, sir.
The what?
The duality of man, the Jungian thing, sir.
The duality of man.
Whose side are you on, son?
Our side, sir.
Don't you love your country?
Yes, sir.
Then how about getting with the program? Why don't you jump on the team and come on in for the big win?
Yes, sir.
I agree.
I just
Oh, get a drink.
there we go.
I fall down.
Thanks, Chris. You happy? You want some wine?
Have you had dinner?
Do you want a beer? You guys want to split a beer? We got one beer left.
Those two and
Tim, do you want a beer?
those guys.
No, I'm okay.
I'll bring yours.
Okay. Thanks for doing this.
No worries.
It's still filming.
Well, you can me.
Here you go.
Okay, how much juice do I have over there? Probably fine.
My camera hasn't run out yet.
Yeah.
Oh, that went right from the camera.
There you
Um,
go. Okay.
Next song? Oh yeah. Just want to make sure the bread's going still. Just want to make sure these folks sweet.
Tim, can you double check the cameras are all happy?
Yeah, they're all going.
Everybody's happy.
I can see them.
Is mine going?
Mine's going. I'm at 14 minutes. 14 minutes. and
Where's my
18
time? I
seconds.
can't see my
Mine
time.
14:22, so that's about right.
Is mine working? Yeah.
Working on it.
Working on it.
Yeah, it's cool. It's good.
Don't bump the table. I did it once, but I think I got away with it.
Looks like it. All right.
All right. Next song.
Yes, please. Oh, yeah. I'm not going to say a word about this.
Are you?
Play this live.
Where to find that guy? That guy named Brad.
Right.
Where'd you find that guy? Where did you find him?
Right.
I think kind of self-explanatory, really.
It's another. So
What's in his mind? It's one of a kind.
literal and linear and literal. And that's what this record is.
Who's they?
Whoever wrote that, which I think might have been Alan, actually. And that's what he uses in this.
I found him at a high school at the south end of the city. He was the one that was so cool, and I was the one that was pretty.
So
There's not a metaphor to be seen or heard.
This is the original thing with us, is we've never done this before. I had no metaphors at all.
Right. All literal stories.
Yeah.
no, yeah.
Where'd you find that guy?
Is your line.
That guy named Brad.
That's your line.
Where'd you find that guy? Where did you find him?
See, you
Yeah.
should be
Now, that's-
you should take credit for those.
That's a
lyrics.
lyric.
Yeah.
But you've got the keyboard credits that I played. the word credits that you said.
Neil, you're very funny. Everyone in this band is very funny.
Where did he find that guy?
Well, tell the story about how it started, first of all.
Well, I can't remember exactly, but I
think
did
it was
see.
that gig with Ron McLean at St. Catharines.
Oh, yeah.
Wasn't it at UBC? No.
No, it's Southern Ontario.
And what something
Or
happened?
Big Bucks or something. And we all got in the cab or a car to go back to the hotel, and we're, pretty sauced from after the show.
Uh-huh.
You were like, me and Matt, I don't know where you were.
I think I was there. I think I was right there. I think I was. I've heard Dave say that more than once.
Where'd you find that guy?
That guy named Brad, yeah.
Yeah, and the reason for that is because I'm esoteric.
Yeah, that's nice. That's a nice word for it.
He's an odd fella, really.
Yeah, ADHD, esoteric, whatever you want to call it, distracted.
Yeah, so everybody has sort of a nickname, or there's I keep trying to say this word, colloquialism. So, can you say this word?
Yeah, that was
Right
good.
now.
That's good.
I asked you, can you say this word?
Colloquialism.
So there's also the other thing in the little booklet we did with Brad called Bradding, where you leave your luggage
Yes.
and walk away
That's
to an
right.
airport.
Yeah.
Mind if I brad you?
See, you guys have to say that. I don't have to say that.
Yes. No, you just.
No, you never have.
Yeah. Why would I?
It was just the other day. What was the last flight we took? We just remember, and I said, "Look, you just walked out. Did you have to go back through security or something?"
You did it at the airport today.
I did.
Yeah, you said, "Can you watch this?"
Oh yeah, yeah. I should have said
It
it.
happens all the time. It's just yeah.
But the thing is, when Brad originally started this, he would kind of stand there in front of you, look around, put his bag down, and then
Go to the
walk
washroom.
and then just walk away. Wouldn't say a word.
No,
And
Or go
quite often the plane's boarding.
yeah,
Has this happened to you yet, Tim?
Mhm.
Yeah.
so the
Chris?
plane is boarding, and then whoever it is
You can sit there and wait for Brad.
got away from
You're
Brad.
stressing out. You know there's not going to be a place for your bag.
You can't leave it because, of course, I think rule number one is do not leave,
Your bag unattended. Yeah.
For Brad, he hears leave your bag unattended
Yeah.
at any time.
Yeah. So I get all the words except for no, not, or never. Everything else I got perfect.
Anyway, this is good.
It's an entire song about Brad.
It is. So Dave keeps asking for years now, 20. Where'd you find that guy? And I finally answered the question. It takes me a while.
I found him in a high school.
I found him in a high school, south end of the city, Vancouver. he was the one that was cool, and I was the one that was pretty.
Yeah.
And you know, the rest is history, which we'll get to.
We're getting there.
Next song, please. Oh yeah, AJ's.
We can do this live.
In a cloud in Kingston town.
That's where next are.
Playing a gig to
Next are.
rockin' crowds. There was plenty of booze to go all around. Manager was happy cause the show sold out. This night it was kinda
So this is called
wild.
Same Guy, Different Body. So we all know this story, right?
Yes.
Like, I mean, we all know the story of a same guy, different body, correct? Which,
That guy.
yeah.
So who said that first?
Neo. Well, I
I don't
originally
know.
I thought it was same guy, different clothes.
Yeah.
That's what I thought you first said way back whenever. But it's
And this is an actual story about a guy who wanted to fight you.
This is an actual story, but you run into these people all the time. I think I was telling Chris this earlier. Like, women probably go through this a lot, but in the band's case, there's always someone who's a little bit drunk and they get a little brave, and somehow they get backstage or on stage or somewhere, and they think they can, you don't know who they are, and you know they're drunk, but because they're drunk, they get brave. Like, what is it? Monkey, lion, sheep, something.
I don't know that.
Liquid courage.
One drink, you're a sheep. 2 drinks, you're a lion, and 3, you're a monkey. I don't know, something like that.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, it's a true story. It's in the words, but it was at AJ's hangar in Kingston.
AJ's.
Yeah. So came up from the dingy dressing room, and I think you guys all went out for a drink, like you do. Like, hey, we're gonna go meet so and so for a bar. But whatever reason, I didn't. And then I found myself going up from the dingy basement, with all the graffiti on the on the walls, smelly basement. And I'm on stage, and the crew is loading up, so there's nobody that I know there. And all of a sudden, there's this dude, and he's like, "Hey." I don't even know what he's saying, and I give him that look like, and there's something that happens when a drunk person knows that you're not really impressed with them because they're drunk. They're sober enough to know that you don't like them at that moment, and then all of a sudden they want to kill you.
They take it personally.
They take it personally, as I would.
Yeah. Hey.
But the difference is I like you when you're drunk.
Anyway, you can see this guy's face all of a sudden just turned dark and evil, and and he basically, like, you think I'm an asshole, don't you? And I'm like, no. No.
and then
What happens?
And then he said he looked at the stage and went, "Hey, crew guys, do you need some help? Do you need help up there?"
No one was around.
No one's around.
So I have to keep talking to him. That's my only time I actually talk somebody off a ledge of beating me up.
Usually they beat you up.
Usually they beat me up, or security beats them up before they get to me. But which happened at another show at UBC, where a guy threw his hat on the stage. That was another one.
Yeah,
another same guy, different body.
Yeah.
Guy threw his cap on the stage and said, "Wear it, wear it." And I was like, "I'm not gonna wear it." And I threw it up into the crowd. He jumped on the stage. Give me my fucking hat back.
Oh, yeah.
And then security just took him away.
Right.
Took him. Yeah.
Bye-bye. So,
And Neil's wearing it right now.
Yeah, just the hat. Thanks, bud.
so the song ends with you singing at his wedding.
Yeah, so I was going to, by the time I talked him down, and I was honest about everything. Like, hey, we're just talking. And I don't remember exactly what we said. And then we were hugging each other, and he was engaged, and he wanted me to sing it, I Go Blind at his wedding. And I went, you bet.
Yeah. The rest is not history.
And if his fiance had any brains, she would have not got married, which I think is what happened. Anyway, that's that song.
Okay.
Roll 'em.
Come in on I-94, Chicago. I'm so excited for the night. Why 20 minutes after 4, we just rolled in on the 94. The band's gotta play the gig tonight in Chicago. Hey.
You were there.
Well,
I was there.
figured
Yeah.
there'd just be
I'm assuming, yeah, we
a
were arriving into Chicago, which is a kind of a mid-sized town.
College town.
And
much more
we were
college.
arriving at some horrific hour, and we'd probably been driving for 10 hours, and yeah, we're kind of driving in, and I don't know, I wasn't aware of this, but suddenly we were at a hotel or motel, and surprise, surprise, there were no rooms available, and we were all a little flabbergasted at Oz.
Yeah, it's Neil's brother,
Neil's
David
brother.
Oz. Yeah.
And we were like,
Well, he was tour managing.
Yeah, he was
and
tour
playing
managing.
keyboards with us, and he didn't have any reservations in Chicago.
yeah, and
Very literal.
yeah, and what did he say?
He said, "I had never been to Chicago before. I didn't know you needed reservations."
Apparently you do. And I think you still do, actually.
Yeah, I think if you're going to go to Chicago, you should have reservations.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I guess we went from motel to motel until we finally got a.
Yeah,
I don't know how we ended up somewhere, but we did.
I think we got in the morning.
But we
I think
were
we provoked through
in
the
the
night.
song. We had to sleep
Yeah.
on some fans' floor, which
Yeah,
We did that a
we've
lot.
done that
A lot.
I don't know if that in that particular case.
I don't think it happened in that one,
Don't
but
let the truth get in the way.
No.
Yeah,
they don't
yeah,
let the truth
exactly.
get away. We'll get to that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So far, we're agreeing on more or less what happened on all these stories.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More or less.
I also remember Oz looking for a gas station. And,
Oh, God.
And he was like determined to find the cheapest gas.
We go out of our way for an hour to
Yeah.
find cheaper gas.
And
Doesn't seem logical.
No, we do not run our band that way now.
no,
No, no, we go to the most expensive gas station we can find.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's better.
And we drive an hour to it.
Yeah. All right, that's Osberger.
Hello, everybody. I got a story to tell about a 54 40 trip to hell. Well, we're in a restaurant one day.
Ah,
Very, very hungry.
They just know what this is.
Heard this record before? So we put
So at the listening party the other day, was that Monday night? Yeah, Monday. Someone said it's got a real Nick Cave vibe. So that was kind of cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think Nick Cave has a song called "Food Loser."
No,
He might.
we didn't either.
It's time to go low battery mode.
Okay, take it away. Take it away. Who came up with "Food Loser"? I don't remember.
oh,
Was that maybe a crew guy? Maybe Blake? Maybe me? Maybe Brad?
no, I think it was probably one of us. I'm thinking it was you. I think it was you.
Yeah.
It sounds like a nihilism.
You definitely latched onto it.
Nihilism.
Yeah.
Because nihilism. What is a food loser?
It's where everyone gets their food except for one person when they're waiting, and then, yeah, you guys go ahead. And then they're literally halfway through their dinner when yours comes,
Or
It may or may not
it
be the
could
right thing.
Or you get the wrong thing.
which happens a lot too.
Yeah. But usually it's like, oh, I forgot your order.
Yeah.
What was it again?
Yeah.
And then it's like, I'm the food loser. There was a time there, you guys remember, it seemed like every time we went out to dinner,
Mm.
at a diner or breakfast or whatever, somebody's
Yeah.
food didn't get right.
Yeah. So that's it. That's the whole.
Everybody has that experience, right? Doesn't matter. It doesn't need to be a band.
It's universal.
Family, could be a group of friends going out. There's always a food loser. Excuse me. This is cool. Excuse me, I didn't order this. Excuse me, where's my food? Yet they want 18 fucking % or more. We'll
18.
We'll edit that out.
I'll just mention that our good friend Victoria Davidson, who has spent her entire life working in bars and restaurants as a server, says never, ever, ever, ever send your food back, because the guys in the kitchen have the advantage and they're fucking crazy.
That's right.
So don't send your food back.
Yeah.
Unless you like eating weird stuff.
Yeah, my wife's done that a couple of times, and I just kind of go,
Okay. She obviously doesn't know Victoria Davidson like we do.
okay, that's good for Food Loser. Good little rock and riff. Yeah, maybe.
Saxophone. Remember when I wanted to roll the record saxophone?
Yeah, we remember.
Pushing this old Connell line.
You know, I like what this out. There's two highways named in it. I-94 and 95.
And the I-5.
Oh, I-5, sorry. I-5 and 94.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So what's this about?
It's about Alan.
It's about Alan, but it's also about
Right.
going up the I-5.
Yeah.
Who was I talking to about this?
Yeah, if you're in a band, you're going up and down the
Deadheading up the I-5 like all bands had to do from the West Coast.
Oh yeah.
Like, remember? We all, like,
I used
Francisco,
to. We used to finish our show at San Fran, get in the van,
We
and
did.
drive home.
Did it many times.
Yeah.
Very many times.
After the show, you drive home from San Fran.
Yeah. We got called to play the I-Beam. Remember? It was December, I can't remember, December 82, I think it was, because someone couldn't make it. And we were starting to do pretty well in San Francisco. And
So
it was like, it was
the Rolodex, who lives close by?
yeah. So, and the I-Beam's on Monday. This is like Thursday or Friday. Can you guys do it? And we went, yeah. Just drove down there, played the show, drove back.
home. Wow. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's commitment.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, so Alan, who's the band's manager, now all good bands, and we're definitely a good band. We're not only good musically, we're good guys, and we're just good. All G's and O's and D's involved. And he would come on the road with us. And he would often drive, take his turn driving. And in this story, we kind of merged a couple of stories. We had to get up
Got an
there.
interview at KSMU.
KSMU.
KSMU, that's what I say in
Yeah.
there, right?
KPFK is in LA.
Right,
Yeah.
which we played as well.
Yes.
Actually, I just listened to some recordings we did.
Andrea and
Pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
And that was a nationally syndicated program.
the whole Set the Fire record we played live at KPFK.
Yeah.
I just heard that. And then, so Alan, a little psycho, might have taken acid. He was taking a lot of acid at that time,
As all good managers
as
do.
all good managers do.
It's a prerequisite of good rock and roll managers.
Well, but he had driven to the night.
He had driven through the night, wouldn't he wouldn't let go of the wheel.
Yeah.
And he was starting to do that weird giggle laugh that he does where his eyes go.
It's a bit manic. Yeah.
Yeah. And then we got pulled over by a state trooper
In Oregon.
in
Exactly.
Oregon. Yeah. Anybody want to take over?
Well, so we're there's two seats in the van, and then there's a bench. And some people sleep under the bench, some people sleep on the bench, and some people sleep backwards
With
between the
seatbelts, by the way.
No seatbelts.
No
There's two seatbelts. This is a long time ago. And the state trooper, knocks on the window, roll it down there, and, can I see your license and registration? Alan pulls out his license registration. What are you guys? You have surveyors? And we've got these rolled up posters and that kind of stuff. No, we're a band. We just played San Francisco on the way out. And he goes, okay. So anyway, he goes back and writes Alan a ticket, comes back, and he goes, Alan? He goes, I want to make sure from now on you leave yourself a little bit of living room. That has a double meaning. And of course, all we could do was laugh
You get it,
at
Alan?
this guy who's giving
Get it?
Alan a ticket.
Who's on acid?
But we still talk about it.
Yeah.
So,
I'm trying to get that. What are the two meanings of living room?
yeah.
There's
Don't tailgate.
don't tailgate, and what's the other one? like this. Like
That's it. That's it.
That's it.
That's the joke.
Oh,
Yeah.
because
Don't tailgate because
that apartment.
that room allows you to live. Yeah.
He only had one living room, one meeting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, Alan didn't have a living
I
room.
actually
so,
keep going over my head. Like,
Yeah.
what's the double meaning?
yeah.
Okay.
Alan.
Now I know.
By the way, Alan, he only microdoses now. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, and his management has really gone downhill.
Next song.
Getting close. Oh, I think I know what's next.
Hey, Matt. Let us in, man.
It's Tony down.
Yeah, table for one. Yeah, table for one. We line at the buffet, gotta get some grub when the other three guys.
They started 6-4.
Yeah, I had no idea.
It is. Yeah. Yeah.
I just like sounded like a good riff. Let's just go with it.
Well, yeah. We've always done weird stuff like that.
Alternate time signatures like Rush.
Just like Rush. Just like Rush.
Yeah. We're just like that.
1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2.
Okay, what? Maybe one of you should start the story, and then I will correct you.
Oh, okay.
No. That's not what.
So every song on this record is about every member of the band has a song on this record, and this is Matt's song. And Matt has always been known as Table for One because of
I think there's a double meaning in this one, personally, but
So the only child.
You're the best of the story because I actually came a little bit later. I think I was.
there's the story of Table for One.
And what's that?
Which, well, Matt actually said the words Table for One, but he actually is kind of that guy.
He is that guy. No, he is Table for One.
So I'll start the story.
Yeah.
Then we can go into
Then Matt can correct you.
then he's that guy.
Yeah.
He's still a Table for One.
Yeah.
And he's proud of it. So
Does this story involve a Chinese buffet?
Yes.
Okay.
So I think it was North Bay or was it
He's either North Bay or
Thunder?
Barrie.
I think it's
Barry.
North Bay. I think, but
So
Those towns are both in Spain, by the way.
yes.
yes, south of Spain and Mediterranean. So we roll into as I remember it. We were driven a long time from somewhere, did the sound check, quickly had time to check into some shitty motel, and either shower and get changed and go to the gig potentially, or eat and no shower. And Matt decided, and there was a Chinese Canadian buffet like they have in North Bay, beside the motel. And he went there, and it was a Friday, I believe. And he went to go eat. And then Brad and I, and I think Mark LaCour, our sound guy,
Yeah, he was there.
decided to go have a shower, change, and go, and then see what would happen. So we quickly showered, got into our gear, our gig clothes, and then run over to the Chinese buffet. And there's a big line up there, but Matt's at the front of the line. So we're like, hey, Matt, get a table for 4, and we'll see you there. So we start actually grabbing plates and loading up our food.
So okay, here's
And then Matt, hold on, wait 1 second.
all right.
And then Matt, and then she says, the hostess says, how many? And Matt goes, nope, table for 1. So we didn't get a table. So what's your version?
The version of the story is I was in line and I waited and waited, and there were tons of people behind me. And then I'm pretty well, still not at the front. There's people ahead of me, people behind me. So these guys come in, and the weird thing about the restaurant is that there were a bunch of empty tables there, but hadn't been cleared yet. So these guys figured, well, there's a bunch of empty tables at the buffet. They walked right by everyone, went by the line in to the restaurant.
Are they showing their laminate?
People were like, I was horrified. I was like, oh my God, I can't believe they're doing this. I get up to the front, and I'm asked, how many
Are
people,
those your friends?
and I see those guys, and they think table 4, right? I went table.
I know
for-
that look.
I went table for 1.
Yeah.
And I wanted nothing to do with them. I was horrified. I was like, holy crap.
Right.
So,
And
yeah.
forevermore, you've been table for
So we have not had dinner together ever since.
No, that's not quite true. But you still like in the van, you listen to your own podcasts and watch your soccer games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get to the airport early.
Yeah.
And then there's the Hey Matt. Shall we open the wine?
Yeah, that's where we are now,
That's
Kevin.
a tour bus thing, right?
Well,
that was Danny.
That's Danny Danny Gavin.
It's amazing how many crew members past show up on this record.
Yeah.
They're everywhere.
Yeah. A lot of the phrases are from.
Yeah.
So Danny loved wine.
All by
He
myself.
loved the fact that I
I want to see how high I can get.
So as soon as I walked in the dressing room, Danny would say,
Hey, Matt, should we open the wine?
should we open the wine?
He's been
Every
he's
show.
been there for 3 hours waiting for you to show
Oh,
up.
yeah.
To ask that question.
Oh, yeah. So, of course, permission granted.
But you're still table for one.
Yeah.
I mean, you're only
table-
child.
Well, the thing is, growing up, I was on my own, right? I didn't have brothers, sisters, anyone looking. So, and
You didn't want to eat
as the
anybody.
drummer, I can't have dinner at 5 o'clock or 6, when these guys go for dinner. I need to either sleep and I can't really, I don't like playing on a full stomach.
No.
So,
Unless it's beer.
yeah. And I can't afford dinners. These guys make more money than I do. So,
I'll bring you some scraps up for that
Yeah.
tonight.
yeah, and that's very, I actually, I love it.
I'll bring you the gristle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But but that's table for one. I said it.
You are it.
I said it
You are it.
You lived it.
so that they could hear it.
Where'd you find the table for one guy? Vodka surprise. Yeah.
He's fan.
Yeah.
That's where you found him.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So vodka. Just going back to vodka. That is you.
I'm Vodka Surprise.
Which one's me?
Where'd you find that guy?
Yeah.
Oh,
You did not know that.
And he's tip one. And
I think it's called Hey Brad.
And who are the bozos again? Oh, these two guys. Dave excluded, which makes him a bozo, but he's excluded.
I'm an excluded bozo.
I'm not sure what that actually.
Well, the thing is, the bozo thing is, you guys try and invite yourselves into the
Bozo Club?
Yeah.
Well, I would love to be in the Bozo Club.
Yeah, I would probably be happier, honestly.
Oh, it's a great life.
Then I wouldn't get a beautiful suite like this.
Yeah, you wouldn't get this. You'd be in the basement with us.
Yeah.
On a cot.
You'd be down on the 8th floor.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, I think we're down to one song.
Are we?
No, that's it.
No, there's one more.
Is there one more?
Yeah.
Okay.
Option.
Oh, of course.
And there's discrepancy here.
Okay.
Sure.
We don't have to. Bring it closer.
See, that is Hall & Oates right
The
there.
roads.
That's all it is.
That's Oz. That's Oz playing that. That's Oz part.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah, Oz's roads part of this track is great.
Yeah.
Really groovy.
He's all over this record. He's not a huge sports shit, but
Well, if he was here, he'd just be like, "Why did you make Chicago about me?"
yeah, I was a little, this can be on or off camera, but yeah, I wondered how we'd take that. Like,
Oh, he's been immortalized.
Forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He played great on it. So.
Yeah.
Okay, options.
Right.
So this story is funny because your version of this story is different than the way I remember it.
Slightly.
Yeah, but the story is.
Story is, well, definitely vagina. We agree on this.
I think so. Yeah.
Brad, do we agree on
Probably
vagina?
Regina.
It's Regina. It's the Schnitzel House, or what they call it, a variety of things.
Yeah.
That's where we're playing.
Yeah.
I thought
We're
it was,
playing.
This is Regina, Italy. We're talking about.
It's Regina, Italy. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, just down from
Yeah.
Siena.
yeah.
Yeah.
I
That's
thought
the area.
I thought this was in Buffalo, or that park, that art park thing,
Oh, God,
that dressing room.
no.
No, it was in Regina.
Definitely Regina.
Because, yeah.
The lesson here is,
I'm not going to tell it first because you should tell it the way that the lyrics go.
Well, the story is essentially the same, but the placement of where, the details. I mean, I definitely still have. I mean, I've told this to, a few people.
So it must be true.
This story, no, that we have different versions,
Right.
and only because you two ganged up on me.
I didn't even know Dave had the same
gang.
story as me. Yeah.
That I had to.
Now we'll gang up on you.
Yes, exactly. I had to go. Well, I guess I'm wrong, but there's no way I can believe that. But I guess I'm wrong. Like the moon, like they didn't really walk on.
So I remember it vividly.
Them walking on the moon.
Well, so that's a whole other thing. I saw some great photographs of that the other day, actually, with the big rock, and they put the vehicle up there, the little
Signed by Kubrick in the bottom right corner.
1972. The last one was Apollo 15 or whatever it was. 14.
See, if they walked on the
17.
they could do it again, and they're not doing it again because you know why? They can't.
They're going to colonize. This is
They're
a real.
trying to get there.
They're going to colonize the moon. They're going to have more than one space station. They're going to have dark side of the moon. You know, you're going to have the
Great record.
What about
Okay.
Moon River? Is there a place?
So back to options. So
Back to the song options.
So it's exactly like the third verse said, which is Blue Rodeo's playing up at the Megadome, Jubilee Auditorium, whatever it is. We're playing the Schnitzel House, which is like 400 seat kind of club kind of thing.
I'm saying 8.
You might have gone up there and seen them before, but because we're probably on a 10 or 10:30 at night.
See, I distinctly remember this is one
They
that
came.
used.
They came down to after the show. They saw the last little bit of our show. It was Basil and Greg. I think those were the only two guys there. And we moved over to that little area, little ante room there, and we had beers, whatever they hung out. We started chatting, and you told me later what Greg Keeler had said to you, and that became the song. Yeah,
And he said,
Neil, quit now.
yeah. Well, Neil,
"Get out
do you
now."
want us to do it, or want me to do it? I've heard the song.
Oh, I understand that, but and this is not going to get used except for maybe one of our distant relatives, if there's 3 generations from now. This part, but as I remember it, we went and visited them at the theater they played, and I remember walking down the hall. You don't remember, but walking down the hall, and then it's one of those basement theaters with all the different dressing rooms. Keeler was in one of them. And then we went and talked to him.
That was that not the Tragically Hip?
Yeah, you're mixing up the Tragically Hip. And
Oh, that's Calgary.
That's
I remember
Calgary.
that one,
Tragically
too.
Hip in Calgary.
That's different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
This is what I mean. Ganging up on me.
so. But
Neil Osborne just mixed up the Tragically Hip and Blue Rodeo. Just saying.
Well, because they got all the fucking Junos and we didn't get one.
It was either them or the hip.
Well, hold on.
Blue Rodeo, and that's not going to get used either, unless Tim does it.
I got one. I think Dave got one. Brad, did Neil not get one?
I didn't get
Mine came with a big fat check too.
Anyhow, so the story is, so we're in there with Greg Keeler and I guess Basil. I don't remember seeing him.
Yeah, Basil's there.
And as I recall, I said to you, like, it's how you doing, Neil? I'm good. How are you doing? He goes, what's going on? I said, I was thinking that I don't think I could do anything else. I don't think I could get a day job. I don't think I could do any other job. I was in it, 20 years by then. Like, if couldn't get a gig, what would I do? I don't know. And he turned to me and said, nice to know your options are behind you. And this one, it is. Yeah, there's nothing worse than option paralysis.
Yeah, it's a sense of freedom you get from that, right?
Like what to pick on the menu or where to go out with your wife or whatever. It's like, it's if you got it down.
So Neil ripped up his resume right away.
yeah. It was his resume was the size of a fortune from a fortune cookie.
I think I could sell shoes.
Yeah, so that's sort of it, I guess. Anything else in that song? Oh, we tell the story of the band. So how was that Berkeley College? And then Brad said, let's start a band. Yeah, that's the way I remember it.
Yeah, that song is telling the linear story of the band's gestation.
Which brings us back to West Coast Band. So if you have the whole album on loop, it makes a lot of sense.
Right.
Hey, Tim? Mm-hmm. Can you play options again, Chris? Just to sort of take us out.
Working on it, he says. Working on it.
Working on it.
I still think it was Aardvark.
Yeah, see?
You think it's sorry? You think what?
He thinks it was
So this is interesting, right? How everybody.
So what we
different
played with in
versions
our
of memory,
park.
the memory.
And it was in a trailer
I'm sure if we
in
go
that
back to
kind of
other
a screaming
stories.
restroom where...
Like, where'd you find
No,
that
but
guy?
Neil told me this
Ron McLean.
long time ago.
No, I'm just saying my memory.
Oh, yeah.
Bought
yeah.
every piece of
But so
Oh,
we
they-
played with them
they left
like 8 years ago, and this is like
Yeah.
15 years
But
ago.
then
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And it,
So, well, the interesting thing is that everybody has different memories, but the other interesting thing is that they all sort of amalgamate into one. They sort of become one memory
Yeah.
collection.
still know the name of the band who's in the band
So far.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's about it, right? Yep. So that's all you're going to get out of us. The next record will have nothing but metaphors. And
I thought we were going to do a sequel record of another 10 songs just about inside jokes of the band.
no, well, we can do that, but not next time. Or I was thinking an instrumental record, which would be so cool and easy on whatever.
We will never be able to duplicate this record.
No. But
We're moving on.
we're already working on the next one, which is good. But this was a little nice break to tell a story about the band. Thanks for coming anyway. Jeez, dudes.
Skull.
That's only an hour.
It's nice to know your options are behind you. It's nice to know there's nothing else you can do. It's nice to know you don't need to choose. Your options are behind you. It's nice to know your options are behind you. It's nice to know there's nothing else you can do. It's nice to know you don't need to choose. Your options are behind you. Nice to know. It's nice to know your options are behind you. Nice to know. Nice to know. Nice to know. It's nice to know.